Life is a time pass, क्या फर्क पड़ता है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, पता नहीं, हरी राय, nothing to do, nowhere to go. देखो सुनो मत बोलो. Wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100% कर्नाटक. किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो. ना कुछ पाना, ना कुछ खोना. Who asked you live at zero complaint level? मौज में रहो, be happy. Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. How the words cannot be used to know the self. See the way the thesis is presented. Earlier in the 5th chapter, these Satchidananda words were condemned, blasphemy. And now here in the 6th chapter, again the words are glorified. Words are better than the sun. They are better than the mirror. Mirror can reflect only the forms. The words can reflect even the formless in our mind. The sun can support only the day. The darkness is not supported by the sun. But the words can support both the knowledge and ignorance, the do's and don'ts, the good and bad. In this manner, words are analyzed exhaustively. Hereafter, then should we use the words for knowing the truth? Now the words are again devalued. No, words have no entry in the divine kingdom. Why? Because Suryo Ratri Panene Ma Divo Kaya Jane Devi Smarana Asmarane Veena. That is the only conclusion. Otherwise, we will be lost. That the night and day, joy and sorrows, gain and loss, to come out of this, our Bhagavad Gita gives a simple technique. Sukha dukhe same kritva labha labhau jaya jayo tato yuddhaya yujjasva naivam papam avapsasi. Go beyond the complementary opposites. How to go beyond? Same krutva. Take them with equal ease. थोड़े गम है, थोड़ी खुशियां, ये जीवन है. Every difficulty and problem in our life is a grace of God. If you can digest this statement. How do we learn? I told you all spiritual life is learning not from the books, but from our experiences. See, I was somewhere in near Boston, and while talking, I was all the time holding my face like this and talking. One person asked me, Swamiji, what is this new style you are having these days? I said, no, I am getting a tremendous pain in my molars. So, I said, then what can I do? We'll go to the dentist. We went there. And then when she saw, she said, Swami, teeth are perfect. Your gums are swollen. They are giving you pain. Now this pain was given not to torture me, but to tell, hey, something is wrong. take care. If it is with reference to the body, come to the mind. If you get hurt, pain, something is wrong. What could be wrong in the mind? Wrong thinking. Correct your thinking. All the problems are born because of wrong thinking. Wrong thinking has to be corrected in such a manner that we go beyond thinking. See? Therefore, the moment we forget ourselves, the samsara begins. See? When I forget I am a man and I behave like a husband, miseries will begin. So what is the solution for the husband to be happy? Don't take life and wife seriously and heavily, although she is fat. Take her lightly. Don't take life too serious. Life is a celebration. Don't calculate all the time. What will I get? I tell you, if you are really a seeker of truth, you will never have this question in your mind. What will I get if I chant Lord's name? What will I get if I study scriptures? If this question comes, then you are not a seeker. One person asked me this question in Vrindavan. Maharaj, what will I get if I chant the Lord's name? I told him, are you a Baniya? Baniya always thinks about, if I do this, what will I get? I said, I guarantee you will get nothing. On the contrary, you will get problems. Then don't take. No, be attentive. Who needs? The Lord needs, then we should chant His name. Or it is our need. We need the food or the food needs us. Change this standpoint in your life. All the problems will dissolve. And therefore, what will I get if I study Vedanta? What will I get if I chant Lord's name? All these questions will be null and void. Then we can understand this. Devi smarana asmarane veena apanavastu. So we are beyond the scope of remembering and not remembering. Therefore, in being, there is no thought involved. In becoming, only the clothes of thoughts are worn by us. So, smarana smarana vina apana vastu. Therefore, the words are not involved in knowing the being. Therefore, keep quiet. So be attentive. Keep quiet means what? Don't talk. No, talk. But see that sounds or words do not create any damage to our mind. It is the mind we have to work on as a spiritual practice. This is what they are doing. Now come to the words. Be very attentive. Param Shiva is Brahman of Vedanta. Brahman with the Maya of Vedanta and the Shakti of this Advaya Vad, Ishvara Advaya Vad, is the Shiva. Shiva is the Ishvara. With the Maya or with the Shakti. So, absolute Sat. Then Sat with Maya is Shiva. Then the expression of that, when it is predominantly Sat oriented, it is Purusha Pradhan. When Chit oriented, it is Prakriti Pradhan. So what we are giving importance in life? If we give importance to the world, we are leading our life Prakriti Pradhan. And what is Prakriti? Where Vikruti is normal. Prakriti cannot remain without Vikruti. And our problem is, why this is happening to me? Because that is a nature. Prakriti has to end up in Vikruti. Then what is to be done? Don't fight with the Prakriti. Come to realize that you are observing and eliminating all the changes but we have not undergone any change. See, friends. And therefore, the thought-free experience is our essential nature. Thoughts belong to Prakriti. So smarana nahi, tari smarake kajakai. Therefore, when there is no possibility of remembering or forgetting the self, what is the use of using the words Aham Brahmasmi, Aham Brahmasmi, Aham Brahmasmi, Satchidananda? Drop all the words. Dropping all the words means you have transcended the mind. You have to transcend the mind. And to transcend the mind, the thought formation and the words must be stopped being manufactured by the mind. And for that, we have to work on the mind. Right from childhood till date, we were never taught either by our parents or the teachers how to think. We were never, they also didn't know. See, here we have to go deep with Dhaneshwar Maharaj. See, by the mind we work and on the mind we have to work. Like by the body we work, but on the body we have to work. So by the body working means what? Doing our routine, our duties, etc. And working on the mind, we keep our health intact, therefore do exercise, go to walk, etc. Now come to the same. Working by the mind and working on the mind. Now think about it. What is working by the mind and working on the mind? We are not required to be told that if you get a scratching on your face, you have to use your hand. You don't take your leg up there. Kya? Khujla raho. No. Default. Similarly, working by the mind is default reaction with the world. What is the default reaction? देखो सुनो बोलते रहो. So working by the mind is we are constantly reacting to the world. And the reaction of the world, reaction of the mind is words. So we work by the mind, default settings. Now work on the mind so that the mind is healthy. So what is working on the mind? Two things. Before we talk to anybody, ask a question to yourself. Is it necessary to talk? Friends, you will yourself discover there is no need. How much we talk unnecessarily. And once that pressure comes, like when the vomit pressure comes, it's called ulti. Ulti means not siddhi. We can't hold it. In the same manner, our old habit, constant commenting, reacting, advising, discussing, evaluating, comparing, this has become our second nature. Therefore, working on the mind to keep the health of the mind is this. Before we talk to others, ask a question, is it necessary to talk? And if there is necessity, talk. There's nothing wrong in talking. And the second thing is, watch how much we are constantly talking to ourselves. You watch when somebody is all alone. You watch from a distance, like a CCTV. He will be... What he is doing? Talking to himself. Mind expresses as words. Unmanifest words are mind. Manifest mind is words. Mind has no shape, no form, no nothing. Words have got shape. Words are many. Mind is one. Mind is the cause. Words are effect. Recognize this. Then you will discover one day. See, when we complain, my mind is disturbed. Means what? Means we are talking to ourselves. And then again go deep in yourself. Then you will come to know at the root of every single thought, there is a seed of Mr. Somebody. Now do practice on this. Become husband or wife and sit quiet and think. Stop. Become parents or children and think. Concluding experiment, remain as nobody and think. Stop. Now analyze your own experiment. When we became parent, husband or wife, thoughts were pertaining to wife or husband. When we became parents or children, thoughts were pertaining to children or parents. When you are nobody, no thoughts. What sadhana will you do? Tell me. कुछ बनो मत. Just be. But our problem is, Swami, this is okay in the lecture, but my daughter-in-law, Hare Krishna. See, daughter-in-laws are like that to give you the blessing of dispassion. So you will keep away from them and let them lead their life happily. That is their contribution to the global health. Constantly, chick. Don't get involved with anybody. Instead of complaining, find out. In the womb of the thought, there is somebody sitting. This example I had given many years before when I was in Delhi. I had one day a jhatka, I should make a garden. So I made a nice place and started watering. Nothing was coming out. I don't know why it's not coming. So I asked the neighbor, how come you have got such a lovely garden? I made the soil and I am watering, nothing is coming. Why? So he asked, did you sow any seeds? No. Oh, you have to sow the seeds? Yes. In the same manner, without the seeds of somebody, no thought will come. See? Our struggle is what? Keep the eyes open, but we should not see. Remain as somebody, thoughts are bound to come. See, friend. And how the somebody is born? Be attentive. Whenever we have given importance to anything or anybody, somebody is born. Give importance to children, mother, father are born. Give importance to discipline, frustration is born. See, friends, when we devaluate everything, nothing can disturb us. That is working on the mind. So if we have given importance to something or somebody, delete it. And therefore, when we come to this point, evam smarana asmarana nahi, tari smarake kajakahi. When there is no possibility of forgetting or remembering, what is the need to say, Aham Brahmasmi, Aham Brahmasmi, Aham Brahmasmi? Malum hai kya? Brahmasmi. No. Then prashanti. Let there be chaos in the world. We are at peace with ourselves. Let there be absolute silence. We are not afraid. Many people are afraid of silence. I was in Kayoleda and somebody came to meet me and had all the doors closed, so absolute silence inside the room. I said, hey, wait for 2 minutes. I am finishing something on my laptop. I forget. So he said, instead of 2-3 minutes, it became 5-7 minutes. And he was sitting quiet. I finished my job. He said, hey, I'm so sorry, kept you waiting. Yes. Swamiji, what a frightening silence. That day I discovered silence is frightening. Those who are living in chaos, they don't like quietness. Smarana asmarana nahi. Therefore, noise doesn't disturb us and silence doesn't frighten us. That experience is the truth. Smarana smarana nahi. Tari smarake kajakai. Manoni ye thai bolu na sare. And therefore, no need to talk. If you don't want to talk, invoke my guru. You know, one of my guru is NRI children from USA. They are my guru. You ask them anything. They first of all do the Gayatri Japa. Om Bhur Bhuv Swaha. You ask them, hey, what about that? E, Om Bhur Bhuv Swaha. E. Gayatri Japa. I don't know. This I don't know is such a terrible mantra. All subsequent questions stop. I don't know. Invoke that. You will never be miserable in life. Manoni ethai bolu na sare. Do you know? I don't know. All questions stop. I think questions will begin. Don't think. Keep quiet. आणिक एक शब्दे काज किरू भले साधे परी दिवसा ना वंदे विचारू येथ. And therefore, if the words would have been able to function in the kingdom of the divinity, the absolute self, then the word would have become more powerful than the silence. But because words have got a limit only in the duality. In the absolute, words have no entry. And therefore, there is no otherness. Dvitiyatvai bhayam bhavati. All the problems begin when there is a sense of otherness. Not only for us, but for everybody, everywhere. There was one group of youngsters, they were going for some hiking. And there was one lazy lingering behind. It became evening. All have gone ahead. Now this fellow with his backpack and with a small tent, now where to go, he can't see anything. Finally he thought, I am damn tired, let me fix the tent and sleep. He did it. The moment he lied down in that tent, in no time he slept. And smelling the human being, a tiger came. But this fellow was so tired, in no time he slept. And therefore, he started snoring. Grrr, grrr. Tiger got frightened and ran away. Dvitiyat vai bhayam bhavati. For this man, there was no otherness, so not fearing. But for the tiger, there is somebody. He got frightened. See, friends, therefore, abhayam sattva samshuddhi. Bhagavad Gita tells, One of the signs of abiding in the truth is life becomes fearless. Fearless doesn't mean a truck is coming, I am fearless, and get crushed. It's foolishness, not fearless. So, the word would have achieved great. Yes, I can talk about the self. No. Therefore, Maunam Vyakhya. Don't get lost into too many of discussions, arguments. There was a great master and his devotees. Once they came around him and said, Sir, your devotees are all over the world. Then, like Rotary Club is all over the world, they have got the local Rotarians directory of names and address. Why not we make a directory of Maharaj, your devotees all over the world, name, address, directory? For what? So you go to New York, very expensive to stay. Who is the devotee of our Guru? Go and stay there free and come back. Adhyatma. So that Mahatma very clearly said, no need. If you want to walk the spiritual path, don't create crowds around you. By the one, to the one, all alone, without becoming lonely. Otherwise, samsara begins. You are a Rotarian, I am also Rotarian. Rotate. Don't get lost in all that thing. Therefore, don't create all these kinds of groups, etc. काजे बोले अविद्या नासे मग आत्मेनी आत्मा भासे हे म्हणत खेवो पिसे आलेच की. If one says, by the word the ignorance is denied, ignorance is destroyed. Je bole avidya nase. Maga atmeni atma bhase. Then the self comes to know about itself. Talking like this is becoming mad. Alechi pise. Pise means mad. How important it is. First of all, is avidya something there? See, avidya or ajnana, we should have clear understanding. Avidya doesn't mean absence of knowledge. It is incompleteness of knowledge. Knowledge can never be absent. I know is a knowledge. I don't know is also a knowledge. See? This body I am, that body I am not. Both are knowledge. Then, where is the problem? Problem is incomplete knowledge. This body I am, the other body I am not, samsara begins. Now what is the foundation of this statement? This body I am, the other body I am not means what? Is it that my body is made out of 7.5 Mahabhutas and your body is made out of 2.5-3? No. What is that which can differentiate? Nothing. This is what is to be clearly understood. Therefore, keep Je bole avidya nase, maga atmeni atma bhase. When ignorance is gone, then the self is revealed. Even the ignorance is revealed in the light of the self only. Therefore, ignorance does not hide the reality. See, friends, don't fight with the ignorance, play with it. Hey, manada khevo pise ale chiki. Therefore, ignorance cannot be destroyed and truth cannot be created. Ignorance cannot be destroyed because it doesn't exist. Truth cannot be created because it always exists. Then what is to be done? Pan tamaku khao or mauj mein raho. Don't become too serious on the spiritual path. Otherwise, we become Gambhira Ananda. What happened? Don't disturb. Meditation in progress. Take a detour. You will see all the meditation fellows. They have got different levels of meditation. Who asked me somewhere in Igatpuri, Swamiji, what level meditation you are doing? I said, I am leveled, no meditation. Can you imagine to what extent the foolishness can climb? सूर्यो रात्री पा मारील मा आपणाया उदो करील हे कुडे न सरती बोल साच्याच्या गावी. See? You know, the sun will rise and kill the night, and then next day he will come out in the world. Is it not the height of foolishness? Hey, kude na sarati bola. See, this foolishness have no meaning. See, sacha cha gavi, because whether there is a darkness or no, the sun is already there. Aupadhik anekta, the multiple born out of conditioning, is an illusion. This is another thumb rule carry with you. Man is one. He becomes many, the son, the husband, and the father, because of three conditionings. First conditioning, the father; second, the wife; third, the son. Who are miserable? These three non-existing entities. See? Nothing can be done. To get rid of the illusions, there is only one way. To recognize the illusion as an illusion is the only way to go beyond illusions. See? This we can learn from our experiences. We stand in front of the mirror, we know our experience. A bird stands in front of the mirror and his experience. He takes a reflection to be real. Ditiyat vai bhayam bhavati. And thereafter, he will start fighting with that bird in the mirror. Go on pecking. A reflection will also peck. Oh, you are also fighting with me. I'll teach you. Then bleeding starts, even then it is not going. So he goes behind the mirror. Oh, it has gone. Oh, thank God. Again he comes. Oh, again it has come. Now what should I do? Now let me do sadhana, yoga. Open the, still there. I think I should do pranayama. Hava bharo. Oh, still there. I think I should do meditation. Still there. Kurute Ganga Sagar Gavanam. I should do charity. I should chant the Lord's name. Narayana, 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 Narayana. Oh, still there. What could be done? This is our story. Now, what will be our feeling toward the bird who is suffering because of the reflection? Poor fellow. See? This is the feeling of the wise men towards us. Bichara husband, bichari wife. We don't become miserable. Take another example. These are the things which I learned from you. There used to be one girl, when she was small, 3 years or so, she used to call me my Swami. Now she is grown up. And if any other child comes near me, she will pull that child. Don't go to my Swami. She will come and sit in my lap. So one day we were just playing fool with her. Her father, her mother, myself, and that baby. So I said, hey, you have got two of them, mom and dad. I don't have anyone here. Give me one. Let us share. I'll take father, you keep the mom. Her father is a mountain. With her small hand, no. So, okay, keep father. I'll take mom. I want anyone, doesn't matter. So, her mom, I caught hold of, and she says, I also want to come with you, Swamiji. And she became so miserable, crying and rolling on the floor. That time, neither me, nor her mother, nor her father became miserable. Because we know that she is crying in a foolish manner. Exactly the same way. When something good and bad happens, we cry. Narayana is laughing. Maja aa gaya na drama mein. He doesn't become miserable. Every experience can reveal the truth if we have that ability to look beyond the obvious. See? These examples I am giving you so that it should click one day or the other. There was one vaccine institution. They took me. Swamiji will show you how vaccines are produced and how they are tested, etc. So they showed me this is how vaccines are produced. Then we test them. I said, hot or cold? Test mean I know only they test. No, not that way. We test it on the mice. So took in that laboratory, all AC, so many cages, at least 4 or 5 lanes. And in each cage there is to be about 10 to 15 mice, all white, not Indians. I am talking about the mice. So then he was explaining, Swamiji, we give such a dosage there and then observe. Out of the 15 mice, how many are reacting in what way? Reaction level 1, level 2, and third, they die. So out of 15, we used to get data. And he was explaining, I was enjoying. Then he said, any question? I said, no question, but Guru Maharaj, thank you very much. Swamiji, why you call me Guru? I said, because you taught me. What did I teach you? I said, look here. Bhagwan also does the same thing. This is a cage, Gujarati. This is a case, Bengali. This is a case, Tamilian. This is a case, UP ka bhaiya. There is a place Assamese. And injection is given. And he watches. कितना तुम मरो क्या फर्क पड़ता है? That scientist who is taking his observation, is he concerned about how many died and how many are alive? He is concerned about his data, is it not? कन्हैया लाल यही कर रहा है. And we are so serious. Oh, we are guinea pigs. He is doing various experiments. See, what can be done? Find out a way to run out of the cage. Don't get caught up in any cage. Don't have any label on you. Non-specific existence is the truth. देखो महाराज. Therefore, Suryo Ratri Pa Marila Mag Apadaya Udo Karele. It's not like that. The sun will rise and kill the darkness of the night and then it will manifest. No. Darkness is not. Absence of light is darkness. Darkness is not something positive. It's absence. How can you destroy the absence? See? Similarly, ignorance. How can you destroy the ignorance? If it is there, you can destroy. See, friends. And therefore, these He kude na sarati bola sacha cha gavi. In the same manner, in the absolute truth, there is no ignorance what your words will do. Do we go and ask anybody, excuse me, please tell me, am I or am I not? What he will say, not only you are, but you are the fool of the highest order. Thank you. We don't require authentication from anybody about our being. Therefore, don't get carried away by anything. Somebody tells you are wise, don't become serious. They are joking. But we take it so seriously. No, but everybody calls me, Swamiji, you look realized. You tell me, how can I become miserable? So many cartoons around. So, हे कुडे न सरते बोलो साचाच्या गावी. Therefore, drop all the language and just be happy. चे इले निदे रुसे ऐसी के नीद असे की चे इले चे वो बैसे ऐसे जेवणे आहे. Cheile nide ruse. If somebody is in deep sleep, will he become angry? He is in deep sleep because he is not there. To become angry, you have to be somebody. See? So, cheile nide ruse. Aisi ke nidase. Can there be a sleep where in the deep sleep somebody becomes angry? No. Ki cheile cheo baise. Or can a awakened person has to be reawakened again? He is already awake. Therefore, nothing to do, nowhere to go, just be. Expose yourself to the utter silence. These two principles, very deep, hold on to it firmly. Non-specific existence, nirvishesha satta, and pramana nirapeksha anubhuti. Pramana nirapeksha anubhuti is chit. Nirvishesha satta is sat. They go together. Because knowing is being and being is knowing. Nothing beyond it. Therefore, janan api medhavi jadaval lokamacharet. Remain dumb in this world. It's nothing that we have to prove anything to anybody. Manoni nasha purati avidya nahi niruti nahi atma atmasthiti rige aisa. And therefore, why these words are not useful? Manoni nasha purati avidya nahi niruti. You can destroy something if something exists. How can you destroy the non-existence? See? Therefore, that which doesn't exist, you need not destroy. But there is one thing which needs to be destroyed, and that is illusion, which doesn't exist, but appears as if real. That has to be destroyed. Now that illusion also has to be destroyed only by one technique. Recognition of the illusion as an illusion is the only way to transcend illusion. You cannot do anything about it. If I start imagining that I am talking and you are all sincerely listening and you will be benefited, then I will be miserable. When I know here they are for time pass like me, Parasparam bhavayantaha shreya paramavapsata. Because I am here only for time pass. There are Maha Mantra. Life is a time pass. You know what is a time pass? Where gain and loss are equal. Gain and loss are equal when action is not supported by the actor. Like we play with the kids. See? In our children's camp many years before, in Khandala, those boys, girls, Swamiji, you have to play with us. I said, come on, I can't play. No, you have to play cricket. I said, cricket I can never play. I don't know how to play. No, we will teach you. Please come. I said, agreed. Rules mine, not yours. Agreed. They wanted somehow I should go there. Okay, my rules. First of all, I will do only batting. No bowling, no fielding, no running. Okay? Second thing, I will never be out. If you agree, I'll come. Okay. They somehow wanted to pull me. I went there. And then thereafter, one or two balls hit here and there something. And then that boy shouted, Swamiji, LBW. I said, you can't see my legs. How can you say leg before wicket? Swamiji, it is lungi before wicket. And I was out. So why I was playing with the children? Only for time pass, not to win, not to get defeated. Life is a time pass. Don't make issues out of small little things. You said like this, I will teach you a lesson. Come on, yaar, forget everything. See, as you forget the satsanga, forget that. You have learnt everything in your life. Therefore, Manoni Nasha Purti Avidya Nahi. There is nothing like, somebody hates. No, they don't take anything seriously. Nahi Atma Atma Sthiti Riga Aisa. And can the self be without being? And therefore, neither there is ignorance which has to be negated by the words, nor there is a possibility that the Atma is absent sometime. Therefore, the Atma has to be reminded, you are divine? No. And therefore, the conclusion is, words are unwanted in the kingdom of divinity. Therefore, keep your mouth shut. But then how to eat that time open? See, we don't talk only with the mouth. We talk also by the mind. Keep on talking to ourselves. So, nahi atma, atma sthiti rege aisa. Therefore, again and again, we have to remind, we have to go beyond the words. Use them when vidhi nishedh. Vidhi. You should not enter the dining hall before the bell rings. Follow that. Nishedh. After the food is over, get out immediately. Follow that. Don't say that, I don't believe in words. No. Use them when required. But when it comes to the self-inquiry, don't get influenced by any words. See, friends, hearing without becoming a listener is spiritual practice. How? What are you doing now? Hearing without listening. You are all in meditation. Even this is not heard. See, my friends, spiritual life is a joy. It is not a punishment. Many years before, I could not remember something, so I was punished. Write down 15th chapter of Gita 15 times in Sanskrit. Punishment. If the person is a newly recruited in the army, and if that teacher has to punish that fellow because of some mistake, what will be the punishment? Put on the heavy shoes, the backpack complete 20 kilo, rifle in your hand, hands up, and take 100 rounds of the parade ground. Punishment. If the teacher is yoga teacher, what will be punishment? Do meditation for 1 hour and suffer. See, friends, therefore relax. Avidya tava swarupe vanjhechi kiru. How beautifully writes. Vanjhechi kiru jaupe ma tarkache khurupe khande kona. Ek shabda. See? The reality of the ignorance is like the son of a barren woman. A barren woman doesn't have a child. Son of a barren woman. In the same manner, ignorance. There is no possibility of ignorance. When you take ignorance as absence of knowledge, it is wrong. When you take ignorance as incompleteness of knowledge, then there is no absence. Incompleteness is there is no absence. Therefore, if we give a status of reality to the ignorance, see, then it is something like we are trying to get married our daughter to the son of a barren woman. I told you this topic comes in Yoga Vasishta and in the writings of many great masters. So, these are only words. So, ma tarkache kurupe, then will. Kurupe is, the sickle by which we can cut something. So, by the logic, by the cutting saw of the logic, can we destroy the ignorance if it is not there? Therefore, one simple rule, be attentive, not difficult. Truth is beyond cause and effect. Therefore, no question. Why? The sky is too high. When we follow this, what happens? Have we ever asked why the fire is hot? We never ask. Fire is hot. Why the fire is hot is not there. Then we accept. Thereafter we decide how to interact with the fire. And that interaction will be to our benefit. Now apply this principle in your all relations. But my wife, she doesn't understand anything. Now this is the fact, not why. She is very good. See? This happened in Coimbatore. My friend, Marwari, he was driving me and his wife was sitting back seat. It was very hot. So we stopped near one tree and he told his wife, go and get a bottle for Swami, it is very hot. So she went, duk, 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 duk. Marwadi means you must have a proper description, isn't it? Check, check, check. No. Duk, duk, duk. So she went, got one bottle of water. Now this fellow, अरे बेवकूफ, ठंडा पानी लिया. You fool, get cold water. So she says, Swamiji, he always abuses me before everybody. Today in front of you also he abused me, बेवकूफ. I said, Mama, get water first. She got the water. Now you tell me. I said, I agree with him. You also call me बेवकूफ? Yes. Why? Had you been wise, you will never marry this fellow. Then I am all right. Hey, friends, don't get into cause and effect. He may call you fool, but it is in your hands to accept or not accept. Like we tell you are Brahman. No, I am not Brahman. My bevakufu, tatastu. It's in your hands. Look here. Can there be a simpler spiritual life than this? We don't compel you. No, Brahmani ho tum. Nahi yaar, main kaha Brahman. See, my friends. Therefore, don't get lost in cause and effect. Therefore, why? Drop. These two words should drop from your vocabulary. Why and how? But my wife is so dumb. Why? Drop it. See? So, what is our life? We are whiling our life by howling at the life. ये दुनिया ऐसी है. Do we argue and become frustrated? Day, again night, then again day, again night. We know, we accept it. Spiritual life is acceptance without force. Cheerfully accept. Therefore, don't get lost because of this happened, because nothing has happened, nothing is going to happen. When we were not in this world, there was nothing lacking. When we leave this world, nothing will be lacking. Don't trust me? Go and see. Nothing will be lacking. So our earlier absence and later absence makes no difference in the world. Do you think our presence makes any difference? But again, that I is so strong. What happens after death? Now, how can I reply? I have no experience. No, 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 you know what happens after death. Forget about death. Has anything happened when you are alive? What can happen after death? Maybe the people around will be happy. Thank God. Gaya. Therefore, ma tarka che khurpe khande koda. Therefore, don't try to destroy anything by logic. Transcend the logic. Is the only way to go beyond logic. इंद्र धनुष्यासिते कवर्ण धनवनीय घाली जेते ते दिसे तैसे होते साच जरी. When we see the Indra Dhanusha, the what you call Indra Dhanusha? Rainbow. Bow. Bow has an arrow. So if it was real, then anybody will take an arrow and fix and hit somebody. So Indra Dhanusha site kavana dhanavaniya ghali jete te taise taise hote saach jari. If that Indra Dhanusha, if the rainbow was real, anybody would have taken an arrow and fixed. It's not real. Now, one more deep thought, be attentive. It's not difficult, very simple. Illusions cannot be destroyed. Illusions cannot be improved. Illusions cannot be used. Illusions cannot be stored. If we take this stand, that is world appears. Now for that we have to understand what is an illusion. Illusion is an appearance which happens under n number of conditions. Like the mirage waters. Mirage waters don't appear at night. Not in the evening. Not early morning. But when the sun rays fall perpendicular on the earth during the daytime, that time the rays become refracted through the hot air and they appear as the water, but they are not. These are the conditions required for the illusion to appear. Now this world, where we are. When this world appears, when we are identified with the body, we take ourselves to be somebody, then this world appears. When we are in deep sleep, not identified with the body, three questions. Where are we? When are we? And what are we? We are nowhere, we are never, we are nobody. Therefore, no samsara. So where from the problem begins? Problem begins, we take body identification as real. So all the spiritual practice has only two stations, not third, two stations. First, freedom from body identification. Second, freedom from the notion that I am a soul. Make a soul curry and enjoy. See? But leaving these two things, we do everything. And once you start practicing this in letter and spirit, so suppose you are sitting quiet for doing meditation, don't struggle. Chittavritti nirodha. No. Then start playing. What you have to play? What it is like being other than the body. Think, work, argue, discuss with yourself. What it is like being other than the body. Don't do dumb. Chittavritti nirodha. No. Why we should be afraid of the thoughts? Eyes are given to see. Ears are given to hear. Mind is given to think. Think. Why chitta vritti nirod? Then think. If these are the two stations we have to cross, it is not a duranto. You start from here. First station will be body identification. So now we have to cross the station. What it is like being other than the body. Play. First of all, it will go blank. What is the meaning you are other than the body? Think. Apply your mind, apply your data, your abilities, your intellect, lagao. What it is like being other than the body? I don't know what to say. I am other than the mic. Yes. Means what? The attributes of the mic, they don't belong to me. If somebody is tapping the mic, nobody is tapping me because I am other than the mic. If something is hanging on the mic, nothing is hanging on me because I am other than the mic. Mic has got a shape and size. If I am other than the mic, I have no shape and size. If I am other than the body, means I have no shape, no form. So work on this. What it is like being formless. See, mind cannot survive without name and form. Name and form is the diet of the mind. Therefore, either silence or emptiness. Any one of the two you hold on to deeply, your mind will dissolve. Like the ice cube dissolves in the waters without making a noise. And dissolving that ice cube in the water, is it a loss to the ice cube? On the contrary, the finite status is given up and merging in the infinite. And out of the same water, again when we make an ice cube, is it the earlier ice cube which has come out? No. Exactly the same way. If our spiritual life is sincerely going in these lines, we sleep, meaning now the I has dissolved in the pure consciousness. And again when we wake up, yesterday's I, today's I cannot be the same. Like yesterday's dreamer and today's dreamer are not the same. Every dream has got a separate dreamer. Equally true, every waking experience has a separate waker. The more you work in this line of contemplation, you will see all the problems stand dissolved. We don't have to solve any problem. You can solve the problems if they are there. There are no problems. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.